Okay, we're back again with the live session of the 8th of February 2021. We are right now in the pre-market session, and what we're looking at right now is the chart of Gamestop. Gamestop is up 8.75% today, pre-market at $69.31. And just in case you didn't know, 5 things you didn't know or you need to know before the market opens today, the 8th of February 2021. Wall Street set to rise after the best week since November 2020. Tesla invests $1.5 billion in Bitcoin, which soared to an all-time high. Yellen says Biden's stimulus could result in full employment next year, and much more. So one of our viewers brought global battery metals to our attention and wants to know our position on global battery metals. And we pointed out that it has a market cap of $41.2 million, 42.90 million shares, which are all relatively small, I believe, relative to that of American battery metals. And also the fact that it's trading at 75 cents, and American battery metals closed at $3.92 after the last session, which was on the 5th of February 2021. So going by this 75 cents price, and the fact that this 75 cents is also as a result of a pullback, as a result of a near correction, then all of these things add up to make it an easy buy, even though it is trading so many times above its trend lines. The fastest of the two short-term trend lines. It's trading so many times above them. It is still presenting a buying opportunity, as we indicated. It has opportunity written all over it. And so why wouldn't any market participants remove some cash from American battery metals and bring it over to global battery metals? They would do so. They will know, if you put a small amount of money here, you can get a few thousands. With a few thousands, you are up at exposing yourself to several more thousands by the time it probably reaches $3, just like American battery metal has. So why would you not? I mean, we will do so. We haven't done yet. We're just coming about the stock. So see our videos. You see we covered the stock, and we explained a few things about it technically as well. Below it says it appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Know that about that. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above 0, and it is outperforming the S&P 500 index. Momentum for global battery metals is strongly bullish. The 14-period stochastic oscillator is above 80, and the level which many analysts call overbought. Okay, so yes, it is. You can see that it is right up there. It's overbought. As a result of a huge interest. So the interesting thing is that amid all of these things, it is still even finding time to pull back a bit. See, after the session of the 4th of February pullback. So that's really good. You want it to correct a bit and also rise further, as against non-stop ascent, which can be scary. It just locks up a potential for an unexpected decline. So yes, this is what's going on there. It doesn't trade in the pre-market because it's an OTC stock, but regardless, let us see what happened in the post-market of the 5th of February 2020. Yes, it closed up after closing down at 75 cents. It now traded further up to 80 cents in the post market. So who knows, it might continue from there and move on. Okay, so let's look at Gamestop and see what's going on here. With Gamestop, it's up 11.32%. Has added an additional $77.20. So let's look at AMC. AMC is up 1.6%. All of these are in the pre-market sessions. And then the next one we'll have a look is Nokia. Nokia is up call it roughly 1.2%. And BlackBerry is up 4.69%. Next one is koss Corporation is down 1.15%. Expressing is up 1.27%. So let's return to Gamestop. We're going to continue to look at all the other stocks, but for now, the ones we cover a lot, are usually penny stocks. A lot of them are not trading at the moment, so we can only see what happened in the post market of the last active session, which was on the 5th of February 2021. So I don't think we have actually looked at tried to digest anything technically for Gamestop all along. We might just take advantage of this and look at that. It will only tell us what has happened in the past. It will tell us what's going on right now, because this is we're using what we're digesting is a backward looking analysis. Okay, and you can see it is still saying that 113% of the stocks are held by institutions, which I believe may not still be the case. Has a market cap of $4.4 billion. You can see it has a relatively small float of 69.747 million shares. Okay, and I think this has it been updated? Okay, same. It's 8.58% of the shares are sold short. So let's see whether there's some news here. Yes, a couple of news items here. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, shares of GameStop jumped 11% in early deals on Monday, even as recent social media hyped trading hysteria in other stocks appeared to be fizzling out. GameStop and other companies, including cinema operator AMC and headphone maker koss, have seen wild gyrations in their stocks over the past 2 weeks as amateur investors on forums such as Reddit, WallStreetBets acted in concert to beat up stocks that some US funds had bet against. The rally which captured GameStop shares, which catapulted GameStop to as high as $483 from around $20 before they fell back to $64, has drawn the attention of regulators. Although Treasury Secretary General Janet Yellen said on Sunday it was too soon to say whether new policies or regulations were needed to deal with the volatility. In today's pre-market session, GameStop shares are up 10.8%, following a 20% jump on Friday. AMC shares, on the other hand, rose 1.3% after falling about 4% on Friday, while koss dropped 1.9%. Trading volumes in GameStop also appear to be settling following a record 24.71 million shares traded on January 25th, at the beginning of the slugfest between small investors and Wall Street hedge funds. Around 7.6 million shares were traded on average every day last week, although that was still very well above the stock's 50-day moving average volume of roughly 4.4 million shares. So still the same thing. Okay, so Yellen is saying it's still too soon to determine if a set of new policies and regulations have to come into effect. Okay, that's it's all about GameStop here, because it's one of the stocks. Definitely you can't mess with it at the moment. You have to give it due diligence, give it due attention. So it appears to be correcting within a long-term bullish trend, although its MACD is presently below the signal line. Shares remain 262.8% above an upward sloping 200-day moving average. It is outperforming the S&P 500 index. Momentum for GameStop is strongly bearish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is below 20, the level which many analysts call oversold. This means that investors have been actively selling shares and driving the price lower. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Okay, so you can see what has happened of late. So you can see this. It's trading within a very narrow vertical band. You can see that since the 12th of January, the stock is not trading sideways. It trades vertical, and it just trades vertically. You can evidently see it. This is close to 1 month. It has been trading. Everything has been nearly in a very narrow, very narrow band. So it's definitely a highly volatile stock, as we can evidently see from this chart. Okay, let's see what's going on here. The Nasdaq futures is at 13,667, and Wall Street is at 31,290, and we also have a position in the Nasdaq futures, so just so you know, but we're not digesting anything concerning that. I'm just trying to update you. So GameStop is up 11.78% right now. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on elsewhere. Okay, let's see what we can get out of this. Okay, Dow Futures are about pointing to about 150 point gain on Monday's open, and advance that would exceed the 30 stock averages closing record and its intraday all-time high, both of which happened last month. The S&P and the Nasdaq on Friday closed at record highs, while the Dow's gain was about 40 points shy of a closing record, as disappointing January jobs report boosted hopes for economic stimulus to help Americans and US businesses during the pandemic. All three stock benchmarks logged their best week since November. The Reddit fueled trending frenzy around short squeeze names receded as shares of GameStop lost 70% last week, even with Friday's 19% gain. The previous week, the video game retailer stock soared 400%. Shares rose 12% in Monday's pre-market trading. yes, that is what's going on right now. Okay, so let's see what's going on elsewhere. Abml is it closed at $39. Sorry, $3.92, but it rose to $4.13 in the post-market session of the 8th of the 5th of February 2021. So we just who knows whether it's going to continue from there or decline from there. So the next one will be HYSR, Sun Hydrogen. Sun Hydrogen closed for that session at 0.2 at 20 cents roughly, but yeah, that's where it still remained there. Okay, but it's closed further down in the post-market session. Okay, so let's look at THCB, Tuscan Holdings. Tuscan closed at $21.99, but in the pre-market it is down 0.55%. Sunworks closed at $21.20, and in the pre-market session it's down 2.12%. Okay, Fosl Energy is closed at $23.92, but is up 1.46% in the pre-market session at $24.27. So OZSC, Uzop Energy, Uzop closed at 23 cents, and it's I believe it closed yes, and the post market it rose slightly to 25 cents. Then the next one will be ASTI, Ascent Solar Tech, closed at roughly 3 cents, and I think it really remained that way in the post market. BSRC, Biosolar closed that session at 0.1497, and I think it remained that way in the post market as well. Vertex Energy closed at $2.11, but in the post market it dropped 0.47%. So this is Gamestop. Gamestop is up, still up to roughly 12%. So there's also another stock we covered today, the 8th of February 2021, Westport. Westport received an order for 1,000 hydrogen engines from Amazon, and you can see it is up 40.35% in the pre-market session, and it was even higher than that. At some point it was at way beyond $13. It closed the session of the 5th of February at $8.65, and at some point today it reached $13, or if not $14. So, and it's also collaborating in a direct hydrogen injection technology for hydrogen combustion engines. So let's have a look at plug power. Plug power is up 0.96% in the pre-market. GVO is up 0.87% in the post-market. So the market is going to open in about 7 minutes time. So go EV. Go EV is down 3.86%. So Fusion Fuel Green is up 1.49%. Torchlight Capital is down 2.16%. Gamestop is up 0.6%. Sorrento Therapeutics is also, it's up 1% roughly. Okay, Renewable Energy Solutions closed the session of the 5th of February at roughly 6 cents, and they remained that way in the post-market. SVLT. It closed at 10 cents and remained that way in the post-market as well. Romeo Power. Romeo Power is up 1.79% in the pre-market session. And OPTT, Ocean Power Tech, is up 1.65% in the pre-market. American Lithium. American Lithium is it closed at $2.24, so it's not trading in the pre-market session. Teradata is up 10.57%. MGNI is up 2.58%. Magnite Inc. Madman Enterprises closed the session of 5th of February at $0.428. Remained the same. Okay, it's rose to 0.47 in the post market. CM. Cheetah Mobile Inc. is down 2.55% in the pre-market. Color Imaging Inc. Did we get that right? Okay, we didn't seem to have gotten it right. Okay, the market is going to open in a very few seconds from now. So let's get off this pre-market position we are in. Yes, the market is open, and you can see that sudden gap. That's because it has accommodated what has happened in the pre-market session, so it's going to remain that way. So we're looking at the Dow Futures. It's up to $13,670. We have a position there as well, so we are monitoring it, what's going on there, but it doesn't seem to be pointing up. It's losing some steam, so market participants are not very keen on that. They're not happy about something, but that could be reversed. It's gradually, pulling up. So this is a 1 minute type chart. So to this one here on Gamestop, it's a 1 minute time chart as well. So in the very short term, since this Nasdaq futures is trading below its trend lines, especially the short-term trend lines, it's presenting a buying opportunity, and if we are brave enough, we can just jump in, but it has quickly changed now and reversing course and moving upwards. Yeah. So if you just joined us, we're covering the market. Gamestop is okay, it's losing all of its steam now. It's down 5.5%. So let's have a look at the other ones. AMC. AMC is also in the negative, down 3.5%. Look here. Is up 2.26%. BlackBerry is up 4.69%. Look here. I think we've looked at Nokia. Yeah, Nokia is up 1.96%. So okay. The next one will be koss is down 7.38%. Next one will be expr, expressing, is also down 3.78%. So let's have a look at REZZF. That is American Global Market Bet. Yes, it's up 12.57%. It has carried the gains from the yes, it's now trading above what it closed at in the post market, so it's carried on those gains and moved on. So let's look at Abml. Let's see if that is the case. Abml is okay, slightly below what it closed at in the it was at time the post market session. So, but it's still up regardless. HYSR is up 1.43%. We have positions in American battery metals and sun hydrogen. So let's see that CHCB, ZSC, OZSC Energy. We have a position there as well. It's up 10.43%. What is that P indicating? Okay, we bought a position there, that's what it's trying to tell us. Sunworks is up 2.26%. Fosl Energy is up roughly 2%. OZSC, also, I think we've covered that. It's up 11%. ASTI, one position in ASTI, it's up 26.77%. BSRC, Biosolar is up 16%, trading above all of its trend lines, apart from the volume weighted average price. VTNR, Vertex Energy is up 1.99, down 1.99%. Okay, we have I think we have a clear buying opportunity here. Let's just add something. We could be totally wrong, but so far so good. It's looking good. You can see this sudden drop. This is the Nasdaq futures, this sudden drop, and it led to a very big spread from its price and what the averages are indicating. So we just took a position there. It could be wrong, we could be totally wrong, but so far so good. It's struggling to hold up, but it's holding up in the negative now, but yeah. Yes, if you just join us, we are covering the markets, and what you're looking at right now is the Dow Futures. Okay, let's return and see what's going on elsewhere. So let's refresh again, begin with Gamestop. Gamestop is not as high as it was earlier on at 6.4, what is roughly 7%. So let's look at Abml, American Battery Metals, is up to 0.18%. Let's look at Global Battery Metals, REZZF, is up 17.92%. This is the stock some of our viewers are saying people are moving money from. Sorry, these people are moving money to from American Battery Metals. So it's clearly evident that that is what may be happening. We can see that American Battery Metals is just slightly up 2%, but that is no validation. But these guys know what they're talking about. I believe they may know, they themselves may have done so. They may know people who have done so. They may have also come across people who are saying that in several platforms that is what they're doing. But why wouldn't you take money from American battery metals and bring it to global battery metals? You can easily get your hands on a few thousand shares of global battery metals and put yourself in a position to have them valued at a few thousands in the coming weeks. Why not? So if you're just joined us, or if you're already there, like, subscribe, and share. Subscribe, like, and share. Our matrix indicated that in the last week we had about 9,000 unique viewers, and if we got all of those people to subscribe, then we'll be talking about over 10,000 subscribers. So support us, subscribe, like, share. Okay, let's look again at Abml. Abml is up to 0.43%. It's still early days in the trading up to date, the 8th of February 2020. You can see it's gradually moving up a bit. So let's see HYSR, Sun Hydrogen. Sun Hydrogen is equally up 3.96% as well. Okay, let's look at who's we have positions in Sun Hydrogen and American Battery Metals. We also have in OZSC Energy. OZSC is up 23.63%. And we also have in ASTI. ASTI is up 33.86%. Other ones are BSRC. We don't have any position in BSRC. It's up 13.56%. LIACF, American Lithium, is up 7.43%. Yeah, if you just join us, subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe, like, and share. The other one is OPTT. OPT is down 1.4%, trading in between its trend lines, currently now at below all of its trend lines. Okay, let's see whether we can get anything on refreshed on Gamestop. Gamestop is okay. The bears are taking over now. They have the upper hand, and they are knocking it down to trying to knock it down into negative territory. It's just trading below all of its short-term trend lines, and just right above it's seen some support from the 50-day trend line, and it's from time to time it deviates below it, and yeah, it dips into negative and positive. So it's interesting to see how it's going to end up today. But these guys, these longs, this the bulls, those who are trying to flush out all the shots are not. They're very serious about GameStop. You know, they're not backing down easily. You know. Still, this is what you're looking at right now is the Nasdaq Futures. We have two positions there. So now Nasdaq, I believe, has reached yet an all-time high as well. Began and they, as you may know, it trades all 24 hours all over the world. So when the session closes for New York, those in the Far East join in, and it keeps on moving around the futures until the last few hours of Friday of each week, and then it stops and opens again on Sunday for you or myself, wherever as the case may be, but it may be Monday for those in the Far East. Okay, so let's look again at GameStop. We are still at just roughly above 1%, and seeing a lot of support from its 50-day trend line on the 1-minute chart. Okay, so that's REZZF. Still up. Okay, it has lost some steam, down at 0.8633 cents. Let's look at Abml. Abml is now gradually looking up, now at roughly 4%. HYSR is at 3.77%. So when we got in at Sun Hydrogen, it was just right on its 50-day to 200-day trend line price. That is why we can see that here. Yeah. So Okay, let's look at THCB. Toscan Holdings is down 0.64%. Sunworks is down 4.1%. Fuel Cell Energy is up 3.5%. RC is up 16.03%. Let's see if we can see what's going on So we, as you can see, my project wants us to look at LLKK, and Pablo wants us to look at the charts for REZZF. Let's have a quick look at the chart of REZZF. So it appears to be in a strong bullish trend, no doubt about that. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping and the market histogram is above zero. Yes, you can see it's it's up and up and up. In the just like Gamestop, since the 25th of January, it has been trading in a very narrow vertical band. So it's definitely a very highly volatile stock, but the price itself makes it worth it. And going by that, the fact that there are rumors or the sentiment is that this is an alternative to American battery metals that is already trading in gold numbers and roughly at $4 right now. So live chart for RE. ZZF. It's up. See what's going on here. Yes, it's trying to touch $1 right now. It's trading above all of its trend lines: 20-day, 10-day, 50-day, 200-day, and the volume weighted average price, trading above all of them right now. Okay, very sorry about that. For that noise, it was interference from our mobile phone. Sorry about that. Okay, so one of the market participants wants us to look at LLKKF. LLKF is the Lake Resources. It's up 33.72%. So let's have a look here. Yeah, LKKF. Has a market cap of $260 million, 1 billion shares outstanding, and technically it appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is also slipping in the MACD, so that was above zero. It's outperforming the S&P 500. Momentum for LKF is strongly bullish. 40-period slow stochastic oscillator is rising as investors pay high prices for shares. The unbalanced volume, the volume as measured using the unbalanced volume indicator is rising and therefore bullish. This is because volume is greater on periods than on down periods. It implies that buyers are presently more active than sellers. So yeah, easily, okay. Yeah, the stock is rising, and we don't exactly know what KKF does. Let's find out. Okay, it's mining, I believe. Okay, so by the mining, lithium, I don't know. So since yeah, they are involved in lithium mining and trading at above all of their short-term and long-term trend lines. Yes, it seems it's trying to retrace that high of 39 cents. So currently trading at 34 cents, I believe. Let's see. Let's go down here. Currently trading at 34 cents. So, given that it is in the lithium space, yeah. Just like the other one, global battery metals, they are quite cheap, so you can easily jump in. It's only going to cost you a small amount of money, so as such you don't have to put a lot of money and see how it goes. But at the same time, it's not very much like American global battery metals, because it's global battery metals has way more to go. You can see it has a market cap of $49 million, which means that it can still go further if you relative terms. But yeah, that's not granted. It doesn't mean that will happen. But if you want to compare them, you can see that yes, it's global battery metals. Has some space to catch up with, especially in the market cap. So yeah, that's the stuff to look at. Indeed. Liquid sources, by all means, jump in. It is only trading at still trading at 30 cents. Jump in and see how it goes. Yeah, but don't put a lot of money, because right now it is trading at 35 cents, at 35% above what it closed at the last trading session of which the 5th of February 2020. So just be careful, because it does pull back, it does correct, just like American, just like global battery metals. It has also been trading in a very narrow band since the 4th. This is since 1 month, so which means there are high days and down days. So even though I've said you can jump in, I wouldn't mind jumping in. So you can also at the same time as well hold on and see what's going to happen in the next session. You never know, it might still pull back, or it might still surpass that 39 cents it reached on the 25th of January, when it might surpass it and still pull back. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we try and see if we can find its next. If we can just speculate what its extension level would look like, going by using the price points of the 2nd of February, or sorry, 1st of February, which is 23 cents. Then this low of 20 cents on the 3rd of February, and then this high of 34 cents today, the 8th of February. So if we use those three prices, we are just trying to see that if you jump in at 23 cents and you're expecting it to reach you're expecting it to rise maybe to its current price of 34 cents, but it quickly declined to 20 cents and has since moved on to 34 cents. So, would it be correct for us to use this 20 cents as a pullback price? Yes, by all means, we can do that, but I think it's just going to give us a very conservative extension level, and so let's see. This will give us so 68. We'll find the difference between 32 cents and 23 cents, which is 11 cents. So 61.8%. Sorry. %, of 11 of the difference between the high and the starting point will be 0.6798 cents. So we add our low point of 20 cents to it, and we have 26, roughly 27 cents. So it has since exceeded that price extension we have just determined, which means that yes, it might indicate that maybe there's a pullback, or probably we didn't we used a price point that is a bit off, and that is not it's not sufficiently representative of what's going on right now, or a bit lopsided or a bit out of place, so we can see how we can reshape the prices we choose and see whether we can get a different extension level. Let's see. So this is let's see. So we can equally use a midpoint of 26 cents and okay, let's use a midpoint of 26 cents, 34 cents, 26 cents, the midpoint, and then 20 cents. So we find the difference between the current price, which is 34 cents, and that low price of 20 cents that occurred on the 3rd of February. So that the difference will be 14 cents. So 14 cents let's see, 0.14 times 0.618. This is the so we get 0.86 cents, which is 61.8% of the extension. That is the difference between the high point, which is 34% at the moment, which is currently where it is trading at, and the low point of 20 cents. So these are the 3 points we have chosen to find out whether we can get a much more reflective extension level. So we're now going to add the midpoint that we chose, which is 26 cents. So it gives us 34.658. So we're roughly, where are we right now? We're roughly, yes, what did we get? 34.652. So we're slightly below it. So well, what it could also be indicating that right now, what's the name of the stock again? LLKKF may Lake Resources may also it may be indicating that it might have run up a huge gain. So you probably need to be careful, in as much as if you're going by the price, if you put in a small amount of money, it wouldn't probably bother you if it all fizzles out. But no matter how small it is, you don't want to lose anything. So yes, all it's just validating is that it has run up a huge gain. So we can even see that we keep getting extension levels that it has already exceeded. It has slightly exceeded, or probably right about the mark. So yeah, if you want to jump in, if you don't care that it is running away right now, by all means do so. Okay, let's find out what we are doing here. Okay, so if you just joined us, subscribe, like, and share. OPTT, good time to buy right now. Okay, thank you very much for your videos. Okay, we'll look at OPTT right now. Quenya. Okay, let's look at OPTT. OPTT is down 0.123%. Let's have a look here and see. OPTT. Okay, let's see what Ocean Power Technologies. Yes, it's just converged with its or rather trading let's see. Its trend line is indicating a $4.72 and it's trading at $4.78. And let's see, has a market cap of $149.7 million, $30.798 million, 30.798 million shares outstanding. And let's see, it appears to be correcting within a longer term bullish trend, although its MACD is presently below the signal line. Shares remain 193.1% above an upward sloping 200-day moving average. Comparative relative strength analysis shows that it's outperforming the S&P 500. Okay, so technically speaking, it's just slightly it has already corrected. We can see that as at the of recent, which is on the 25th of January, it reached this $55.84 high, and definitely it is definitely in the correction territory. But at the same time as well, it could still pull back further below that trend line, escape that trend line completely. But if you want to go by the fact that it has already corrected and you can't wait any further, to some extent, yes, it's a pullback. Yes, you can, if that is enough for you, if that gives you enough confidence, you can always jump in. And as always, don't put anything, don't stake anything that you can afford to lose. Nothing you can afford to lose. If it is $10,000, $20,000, if you can afford to lose it, by all means, go ahead and do so. Just, this is not, I'm not giving you any financial advice, but it is just the reasonable thing. No doubt about that. It's, if you only stake what you can afford to lose, and if you lose it, nothing is going to go wrong. Life will still continue. And then, yeah, technically, it has presented an opportunity to some extent, just going by the fact it has pulled back, but it is, because it has run up a huge amount of gain, it's still, even with the correction, it is still just right on the mark with its 10-day trend line. So yes, if you can, if you feel confident to do so, if you can't wait any further, go ahead and do so. Okay, right now it's on the 1 minute time chart, it is trading below all of its trend lines, all of them, and they have all converged. They all converged in the last few minutes, and it's trading below all of them. So yeah, but it's also losing further steam as well. Okay, you want us to look at VIHD. Okay, we'll look at VIHD. Okay, Vision Hydrogen Corp. Okay. Has a market cap of $7.6 million, 397,580,000 shares on float. This is really fascinating without even further looking at the stock. Let's see. VIHD. Okay, it's slightly up 0.05%. Okay, let's see whether we can see anything. Any news concerning this? Find out more about it. VIHD. Okay. There's here on Seeking Alpha. Yeah, it's coming up. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Not VIHD. Okay, let's see. It might be it. Okay, HCell Energy announces restructuring changes in order to take advantage of the hydrogen production market opportunities. Company has changed its name to Vision Hydrogen. Okay, it is, and will focus on the production of hydrogen from clean energy applications, including transportation and power requirements. Additionally, the company has effectuated a 1 to 20, or no wonder why we have that very small float. 1 for 20 reverse stock split of its issued and outstanding common stock, effective as of the opening of the 6th of October. The company will trade under the symbol HCCD for 20 days to designate the reverse split, after which the ticker will become VIHD. Alright, that is what happened over there. Okay, so coverage like that, yeah, at least gives us an indication that it's not that that not that dodgy as such. So okay, well, the issue there is that would you be able to pay $18, right, roughly $19 for this stock? Would you be able to pay that? That's the problem. That's the question, you know. So if you're willing to pay that, then it has a lot of opportunity. You can see very low float, not even up to not even up to $1 million, not even up to 1 million shares. So yes, if you can afford to put a small amount of money there, you can see that as at days, you can see since it says after 3 weeks, that will be, so that's anything from November, okay, this is December. You can see since that time it has been spiking and spiking and spiking. This is what it looks like, a stock that has that is facing short squeezes, you know, very cyclical and very sharp, you know, in the pattern that the prices occur. You can see, let's see now, this is currently what it's trading at. Okay, and then it traded at the previous session was at $17 or thereabouts. So yes, if you want to enjoy the ride, you know, go ahead. This stock, you can see the market cap is only $7.6 million. You know, what market participants, especially those who with a lot of money, are looking at right now is that it will have a lot of room to go. You know, all the other stocks in the hydrogen space have market capitalizations way more than $7.6 million. You know, but for retail investors, $18 is a bit scary for them. But so there will be a lot of pressure on the stock because it has a very low float, very low float, and will have a lot of. Sometimes it may also have a spread between this ask price and this bid price, but fortunately it's not displaying that. So if it's not displaying that, it may display other things, you know, which is a lot of volatility that we have already seen in the closing prices. You can see before that time it wasn't that bad as such. So if we multiply this by 20, we can even have an idea of what it was trading at. So it will be even at that. So we're talking about, let's assume it's 400,000 times 20, so it will be 4 million times 8, so 8 million. Even 8 million is still small. You can see all along this stock was facing, this is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Some market participants like a very low float because a small push at the bottom can send it rising. At the same time, a small push at the bottom can also send it crashing, which is evidently what has happened. So let's see whether we can see what's going on here. Vision Hydrogen appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above 0 and rising. It is outperforming the S&P 500. Momentum for Vision Hydrogen is strongly bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is rising as investors pay higher prices for shares. Volume as measured by the unbalanced volume indicator is rising and therefore bullish. This is because volume is greater on up periods than on down periods, and implies that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Okay, so it has a couple of disclosures. It released of late, yes, but these are mostly for people who are associated with the company. So yes, if you can afford if the double-digit price, $18, is not a hindrance for you, you can always by all means do so. But it's not. Yeah, you can, and also going by the fact that it has pulled back as well significantly from this high of $31. $31 on the 28th of February of December, so 28th of December 2020. If you think that's all right for you, then you can, if it's think that is a correction, yes, absolutely it is a correction, way more than that. And if you think you can go further, yeah, okay, let's see, let's have an analysis and see whether it can extend further. So if we take a price of $19.50, this is assuming this is the point you entered, $19.50, and you're expecting it to return to that $31.50. $31. So, but it's currently trading at, let's take the current price right now. It is trading at roughly $19. So that $19.50 is where at the point where you entered, but it is currently trading below. You have lost about 50 cents per share right now. So we'll just simply find the difference between that of this $31 high of the 28th of December. So it will be 31 minus 19, which is 12. So we'll find that we're trying to look for the next extension level from this current price now, and then which we'll use, we'll find 61.8%. So 61.18% is a natural number. If you want to speculate what could the next extension level be. So the next one will be 61.8, so the next one will be 100%. So it will be 61.8% of this 12% of this $12, which is the difference between the high of $31 and the low of $19 that it is at right now. So 0.618. So to give you $7.416. So we'll add that to 1950, and we'll may be able to find out what the next extension level will be. So it is $26, roughly $26.91. So, well, if that is anything to go by, so the next extension level could be $21.96. So this is even a short-term. It's a short-term analysis because we are, short-term. If, as a matter of fact, intermediate, because it's the data set we use right now is over 20 trading sessions. Yes, it's over 20 trading sessions. So I believe it's so something close to intermediate. So it's a bit wide off. So not so short term as such. So if $26.91 extension level is anything to go by, I mean, given that it is currently trading at 19 cents roughly, then yeah, you can take it. You know, still stagnant. It's not very active at the moment. Okay, I'll look at TRCH. I'll look at also MMAT. So and then metamaterial. Do you have a symbol for metamaterial? Okay, we'll look at that as well. MM. Okay, so let's look at MMAT. MMAT, okay. Let's see. Okay, it's MMATF, metamaterial. Okay, yeah, so this is more like it. It's not too expensive as well, up 21.56%, currently trading below its short-term trend lines, the fastest one, which is the 10-day, and the 20-day, which is the next one after that. So let's see what we can digest technically for MMTA. MMATF, Metamaterials Inc. Okay, it doesn't have any market cap, but it has 83 million shares outstanding, so we can easily determine that. So which we're looking at, okay, that will be well, up to 120 million or 130 million about or thereabouts in market cap. So it seems it hasn't traded for a long time, so it doesn't have any long-term analysis. Momentum for MMATF is strongly bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is above 80, the level which many analysts call overbought. This means that investors have been actively purchasing shares and driving the price higher. Okay, so the last 10 days have seen significant volume in metamaterials, with average daily volume above the average for the last year. Today's volume is no exception, with 44,379 shares having been traded already. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Metamaterials restatement for third quarter 2020 was released today. No, sorry, it wasn't today. It's on the 8th of February. Sorry about that. Let's have a look. Yes. Okay, let's see if we can. I believe the stock must be in the renewable energy materials space. Let's. Torchlight Energy, and okay, Metamaterial Inc. Okay, enter into non-binding LOI. Pursuant to LOI, TRCH to acquire 100% of Meta to divest within first half of 2021. Torchlight oil and gas assets for the benefit Torchlight shareholders. Upon completion of the transaction, shares of Meta are expected to hold a 5% interest in the combined entity. Okay, so this was as far back as sometime in the September of 2020. Okay, let's return and see. Okay, this is more recent. Torchlight Energy Resources. Looking for more investment ideas. Okay. Exactly. We want to find out what Metamaterials does. Okay, let's see. Okay, well, I believe okay, yes, a developer of high performance functional materials and nanocomposites today announced, that was then announced, restated third quarter. Okay, subsequent to issuance of previously reported financial statements. Okay, I'll look at the website, coin. Okay, we apply technology to revolutionize everything from solar solutions to aircraft safety to wearable technology. All right, okay. So yeah, our products are designed with software and engineered at nanoscopic levels to provide a broad spectrum of properties and capabilities that go beyond those found in natural materials, which are generally not possible to create using conventional material discovery of specialty chemical manufacturing technologies. Okay, yeah, so that's yeah, makes sense now. Yeah. Okay, so given the price it is at right now, yeah, and also this $130 million market cap, yeah, it's just that at the moment it's escaping its short-term trend lines. Currently, yes, but right now is, yeah, okay, right now it's at up 22.38% today. So why, if it's if you can't wait, and given the fact that it is relatively affordable, $1.51, you know um, if you can't wait for it to pull back, you can always jump in, as usual as well. Not just a small amount of money, anything you can afford to lose, and see how it goes. It has a lot of room to go further, and in the coming months and years, this stock will easily reach $1 billion. It's easily a stock that you would want to associate with 1 billion, given that it is working with it's into nanotechnology, and has also merged with Torchlight, you know and stuff like that. Yes, so if you can't wait for it to pull back, jump in, because it has never really pulled back below its short-term trend line. Since October, it has never done that. The last time it ever did slightly below its 10-day trend line was in December 22nd. Slightly below. Look at that. All of since that time, it has been, it had some support from that 10-day trend line, as at from the 27th of January up till the 1st of February this month. So February 1st of this month, which is February, and it has never really traded below any of those trend lines since its inception, I believe. So well, let the price be a justification for you to jump in, and as usual, not all that. Don't stake anything that you can't afford to lose. Okay, so let's find out what is trading at right now. It's still at 22.38%. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, let's you also mentioned TRCH. Okay, we'll have a look at TRCH. So if you've just joined us, subscribe, like, and share. Okay, Torchlight Energy Resources Inc. has a market cap of $158.9 million, roughly 99 million shares outstanding, short interest of about 6%. let's see what's going on in the live TRCH. Okay, it's down 8.7, roughly 8%. Okay, let's come back and see what we can make out of it. Okay, it's also trading at reasonable at penny stock price, at penny levels, quite affordable, quite an opportunity at the moment. It appears to be correcting within a long-term bullish trend. Let's see long-term bullish trend. Okay, is it correcting? So it reached $2. So it is easily correcting. Yes, it's since it's reached that $2, a correction will be anything below anything from $1.80. So it's currently at $1.47. So it has remained there for some time, I believe. So hence the correction there. Although its MACD is presently below the signal line, shares remain 194.1% above on upward sloping 200-day moving average. It is outperforming the S&P 500. Momentum for TRCH strongly bearish. Okay, you can see that this price of change has tipped over. As a matter of fact, it's in the negative at the moment. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is falling as investors sell shares and drive the price lower. The last 10 days have seen significant volume in TRCH, with average daily volume above the average for the last year. Today's volume is no exception. 24.852 million shares having traded already. The unbalanced volume indicator shows that longer term accumulation has given way to near term selling pressure. So yes, it's we can see it's trading below its short term trend lines, the 10-day and the 20-day. So, and I believe it's with this, its association with meta materials, you know, I believe that deal they have is probably going to, the bid is to ensure that it reflects very well on TRCH, on Torchlight energy. Torchlight, I believe, is in oil production, so I can imagine that they want to start making good use of metamaterials technology and enhance probably hydrogen production and all that stuff, you know. So given that it is it's trying to, you know, redeem itself, trying to stay aligned with ESG and all that stuff, you know, and the green drive, you know, and it has this partner in metamaterials, and also it is still quite affordable, $1.47, and it has also pulled back and also trading cheaper than its trend lines. You know, its trend lines are suggesting that it's for the last 10 days it's pointing out $1.68. For the last 20 days pointing out $1.59, but it is at $1.47. So it's easily a buy, you know. But just as usual, not anything that you can't afford to lose. You know, a small amount of money, you know, if you can't, anything you can afford to lose, you know, put it in there and see how it goes. So this is Torchlight energy. It's losing some steam, trading below all of its trend lines apart from the volume average weighted price. So let's refresh and see what's going on with Gamestop. Gamestop is now firmly in the negative, down 2%. Let's see what the folks on our platform are saying. Yeah, okay. Nature Blast, okay. FWIW, okay. You got a touch of mic interference going, okay. Okay. You still hearing the interference? Let me know if it's the interference is still there while we have a look at FWIW. Oops. FWIW, did we get that wrong? Correct me if I'm wrong. FWIW, nothing like that. Oh, okay. No, well. How bad is the interference? Too bad? Too noisy? Okay, yes. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. Nature busts last. We don't. I don't know if I don't know if you gave me a wrong ticker. There's nothing like FWIW. Let me have a look again. FWIW. Nothing like that. So while we are there, we will have a look at refresh ourselves with global battery metals is up 28.93%, and Abml is up 3.96%. So let's find out what's going on with VIHD. VIHD is up still 0.05%. Okay. HYSR is up 4%. OZSC is up 33.68%. We have to point out that we have a position here so that you know. The STI, we also have a position there as well, 35%. VTNR, VTN, Vertex is up 6.64%. Okay, we when we started running this session, we indicated that Tesla invested $1.5 billion in Bitcoin. So, and it says that Bitcoin is at an all-time high. Let's find out what's going on with Bitcoin. Do we have Bitcoin here? We just have the ETFs trading Bitcoin. We've covered Grayscale before. If it's trading up high, then there's a good chance that Grayscale will reflect that to be exactly, yes. It's up 16.1%. Yeah. So OPTT is down 3.06%. Let's find out what people are saying. Okay, thank you, Gwen. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, somebody left us a ticker we didn't notice. That was CU. Okay, and the ticker is STAF. All right, let's have a look at STAF. Sorry about that. We didn't see that on time. STAF, Staff Solutions. Staffing 360 Solutions. Is up 12.61%. Let's see what we can find out about it. Okay, it's up 13.41%, trading above all of its trend lines, and the price is not that bad, $1.27. Let's see what we can digest technically. 12.61%. Market cap of $19 million, 17.124 million shares. Okay, it has a disclosure here. Let's have a look. That was that's at the Friday the 5th of February 2021. Let's see whether we can look at it. From 8K. It's an announcement, I believe. Okay, it received a letter of received a letter from the listing qualification staff of the NASDAQ notifying the company that it was no longer in compliance with the minimum stockholders equity requirement for continued listing on the NASDAQ capital markets. NASDAQ listing rule 5550B1 requires listed companies to maintain stockholders equity of at least $2.5 million. Further, the company did not meet their alternative compliance standards relating to the market value of listed securities or net income from continuing operations. And there is no assurance that we will regain compliance on or before February 28th, and even if we do, that will be able to maintain the compliance. Okay. So, well, if it's no longer on, if it doesn't meet the compliance with this NASDAQ, I guess it will start trading on the all the mediums, the bulletin board stock or the pink sheets. So it doesn't have up to $2.5 million in stockholder value. Okay, technically it appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above zero and rising. It is outperforming the S&P 500 index. Momentum for staff is strongly bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is above 80, which many analysts call overbought. This means that investors have been actively purchasing shares and driving the price higher. The last 10 days have seen significant volume in staff, with average daily volume above the average for the last year. Today's volume is no exception, with 4.826 million shares having already having been traded already. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive, and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Okay, technically it is trading way above its short-term trend lines, and its short-term trend lines are indicating that it's trading at the price are indicating prices below $1, but it is trading above $1 already. So it's a stock that does pull back. So what's going on here? Live, it's up 14.32%. Who knows what's driving it? But I would suggest, regardless of the fact that it is at it's cheap, trading at less than $2, I would still say just hold on, let it correct or pull back a bit and cool down a bit before you jump in on it. And if you're going to do so also, it's just a small amount of money, not anything you can lose. Okay, so let's review again and see what's going on with Gamestop. Gamestop is further down, 4.66%. Okay, let's have a look at REZZF. It's up to roughly 29%. Abml is up 3.58%. HYSR up 3.82%. OZSC is up 36%. ASTI is up 35.04%. Okay, we'll just quickly take a break, and we're going to resume our live session as well in a couple of hours time. Thank you very much for watching, and subscribe, like and share.